Hey everybody. I was on Twitter the other day and I saw a tweet from someone who said, I think I should start my own design firm. The responses that came cascading in were overwhelmingly negative. Why would you do that? You're never going to make any money. You're going to be working constantly. Architects are irrelevant, blah, 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 blah. It absolutely burned me because all of these people took this one guy's dream and basically threw it in the toilet. What really, really upset me, I think, was the buy-in that everybody had that if you are going to be an architect, you're going to be starving, you're going to be overworked, you're never going to make any money. That's a context. That's a lens through which we see the world. And it really bothered me that everybody has bought into this idea that if you start your own firm, you have to starve, you have to be poor, you have to constantly be exhausted and overworked. It's not true. Now, yes, there are people out there who are struggling. They're working too hard. They're not being successful. But there are a lot of people who've started firms who are being very successful. So I want to give you 5 tips based on my experience and that of the people that I work with and that I've spoken to. 5 tips for how to be successful if you start your own design firm. Let's get started. First tip, choose the appropriate business model for you. What I mean by that is, if you want to be a traditional design firm, then go for it. But there are also other options such as design build, which frequently do offer more opportunities for lucrative income. There are people who do design and also bring in interiors. There are lots of different ways to organize your design firm. So choose the model that's appropriate for you that you think is going to be the most successful for what you want to accomplish. Second thing, diversify your services and tier your design firm. What I mean by that is diversify your services across different sectors. The most successful architects I've seen have not been focused on one specific sector of the construction industry. So for example, they only do residential or they only do commercial. Spread out your offerings as best you can, become familiar with different sectors and start to diversify your portfolio. Not only does it expand your knowledge base, but it makes you far less subject to economic fluctuations when they hit one sector disproportionately. Third thing was to tier your offerings. What I mean by that is a lot of people are constantly chasing the big job. They're constantly putting out proposals and getting turned down because the client sees the big number and they completely freak out. You've got to get your foot in the door. So start off with a very, very basic set of offerings that can get your foot in the door but also earn you cash flow so that you're taking care of that cash flow giant until you get yourself in the door and earn a reputation for being somebody who delivers. Once you're in the door, then you can start expanding upon those services, adding to it, building a foundation, and becoming known as the go-to person for that particular client. Fourth thing, take an inventory of your gaps and partner and hire the right people to address those gaps and fill in for you where you aren't as strong. What do I mean by that? Sometimes we're not the best business people. So make sure that you've got a really great accountant. Make sure that you've got a really good lawyer who's looking over your contracts. Make sure that you're bringing in a great IT person to help keeping your office running and smooth. Those things are really critically important. Also, bring in people who have done this before. Talk to mentors. Find yourself a mentor, somebody who has successfully done what it is you want to do. Sit down with them, build a relationship with them, interview them, get advice from them as to how you can move forward and do it powerfully. And then finally, make sure that you're always working with business partners whose services can add to yours. So whether it's a contractor or a developer or an interiors person or people with whom you can partner, whom you can feed work to back and forth, those are going to be ways to bring in more business and also raise your credibility with your clients because you're offering wider services and you've got more competency in different areas. Finally, the 5th point, please take responsibility for your own vision. You are the person who is going to make this happen, and you have to believe in yourself. Don't listen to these naysayers. You choose how it's going to go, and you get to say what success you have. So there you have it. 5 tips for how to successfully start your own architecture firm. It doesn't have to go the way it does for everybody else. You're the one who's in charge. If any of this resonates with you, please reach out, give me a call. Go to my website at www.blueprintforliving.coach and schedule a time to talk with me. I'd love to hear about your opportunities, what you're looking to create. You can also join my community there and get more of these tips and tricks on a weekly basis. Until then, take care and make it a wonderful day.